shoulder injury. As for England international Chloe Kelly, she is starting on the bench for the second game running. So let's then get the reaction from both team managers. They've been speaking to Joe Curry.
Their teammates in terms of limiting their many threats.
So important that start for them in particular, in just kind of keeping those calm.
Yeah, obviously the first 25 minutes are key. They could
the treble. Now it's a Everton have already undone Gareth Taylor's side once this season, recording their first ever win against Manchester City Brighton. That first ever win over Manchester City. The prolific Khadija Shaw is fit and in the middle today. So at the start of this match, the players and the officials take the knee, a message against racism. But it's Manchester City to get us underway. It has been a desperately disappointing 10 days for Gareth Taylor's side. The treble dream is over. It's only the WS second win over Manchester City in their history. First coming earlier this season. Here they come, Haley looking for the run of Turland. Hasegawa gets there, draws the foul, but already we're seeing that positive front foot attitude from Elizabeth Turland.
Yeah, gets her body across Turland. You can see it here now, she just gets across a little slight nudge in the back, but she does really well.
Kasparov. Hasegawa. There's Coombs. Hasegawa forwards, mark on the turn. They're still going. Jess Park goes down by Torres Dortier. Now Fowler. Space for him. Won't fall to shore. Hasegawa for Manchester City. Brighton. Hasegawa. Park. Goes down by Lasada. Pinto will help out. Kuhlberg clears away.
Yeah, you just see in Brighton, they
Group will do. As we say, haven't beaten Manchester City for the first time in their history already this season. Certainly something to build on in that performance. Manchester City build down the left. Hemp went for the chip.
A beautiful ball over the top there. Obviously, you fancy Lord Hemp. There's nothing really. She can't put the ball into the box really.
All Manchester City in these early stages. Here goes Kasparov. Shaw taking up that position in the centre.
Well, they still look to be putting the ball into the box, potentially for him to come in off the back. Or
a late mix-up between those two over a clearance. Here is Hasegawa. Hemp.
competitions to be thinking of.
Hemp with the interception. Hasegawa saw the run of Wahhabi. So did Katie Robinson. Followed by Caravali, but Hasegawa nicely done. Ahead of Shaw. Kuhlberg's there. Zigiotti. Now Haley. Robinson wants it, and Haley has found her, cleared away by Keating. In the league combined, 6 across the previous 9, 7 all in one afternoon against Bristol City. It's a huge result for them if it had gone the other way. Just been 2 points between them.
It's a 6-pointer, and it really, realistically, those sort of games. And I think it really just sort of killed off Bristol a little bit as well. But it's an important, huge result for him.
Started with the foot in, Kuhlberg. Hasegawa. Shaw. Put away by Kuhlberg. Good run, but ran into trouble. Robinson ran into Hasegawa. He so often just knows exactly.
You know, and it's to be delayed by half an hour because of the socks. I mean, obviously, it is human error, and obviously there was someone who had to take responsibility for it, but
Brighton almost through to Katie Robinson. Alexandri has to watch Turland, flags up. Keating saves. It's of the danger that Turland can cause.
Man City defenders looked a little bit nervous as well. And I think that's what Turland comes right off the back.
Here's They know all about the danger. There's a problem here. Wahabi skips away from Robinson and Zajotti as well. Here is him. Shaw is just behind it. Get away by Brighton.
And it's straight back to Man City, but they're not doing that now. They're looking after it. They're trying to travel with it.
Now Hasegawa, Shaw, Hasegawa, Wahabi, Hemp now, up against Karabali, he does well. Karabali will clear away. Hasegawa. Now here is Greenwoods. Alexandri. Hasegawa. And Manchester City have done. Here is Park. And Hemp could be in here. Hemp for Manchester City. Brilliantly squeezed through. Sophie Bagley beaten. And Lauren Hemp
does finish it, but you can see Sophie Bagley, the frustration, the punch down on the pitch as well. She knows she should do better with that one.
It's a lovely ball by Jess Park. Vicky Lozada almost getting something on it. But Lauren Hemp taking the chance quickly. And the power on it. Wahabi. Hit away by Bergsman, up to Lozada. Caravalli. Good ball by Caravalli and a good interception by Alexandri as well. Hasegawa. Park. Here is Hasegawa. Alexandri. A little loose there from Greenwood. Manchester City dallying. Could it be costly? Greenwood's done well to win it back there. Hasegawa forward to Hemp. Off she goes, Lauren Hemp. Nothing in her mind, it looks like. Still going Hemp, and the block.
Able to pick the ball up here. I mean, no player should be able to pick the ball up there and run that distance as well without even getting a tackle.
Manchester City play the corner short. Here is space for Coombs. Locked away by Brighton and will spin to Katie Robinson. She's done really well there. Hasegawa matching her stride for stride, but Robinson is too strong. Just in front of Kuhlberg as the flag goes up. And the referee will stop play. Well, she did make an attempt to play the ball there, Kuhlberg, which...
Screen with the frustration. They was doing really well when they was putting the ball over the top, making Brighton drop and face their own goal.
Bailey meets it for Brighton. Again, so deep, there's no outlet. Kuhlberg is trying to provide one. Hasegawa, very calmly done. Such composure on the ball, the Japan international. Support. Cleared away by Bergsman. Hasegawa. Bergsman there again. Cleared away by Kuhlberg.
Big Brighton.
Here come Manchester City once again. Fowler's there. Fowler scores 2-0. And Manchester.
That's like Man City's DNA, isn't it, really? From one wide player setting up the other. Brighton obviously start with playing the ball. Sophie Bagley goes long. Good pick up play from Lauren Hemp. Little 1-2 as well, which is what I said earlier on. That's the way to get past Brighton. Difficult area as well with Bagley. Does she come? Does she stay? Defenders ain't got a clue where she is.
That's one in the WSL for this campaign. Manchester City have breathing space against Brighton.
In those positions, you get higher up the pitch, now you have to have
attacks that have beaten Sophie Bagley. Hemp taking the shot early on for the first. Perhaps I feel she could have done better at a near post, but the power on it from him. Intercepted Lozada. Hasegawa To Coombs. Trying to get past Berg's fans. He's done well. Hemp's done better. Khadija Shaw, angles tight, unselfish. Fowler's effort blocks. Referee.
Because a team like Man City, they'll punish you. Here, just put the ball out. Just go long. You can't afford to do that. Obviously, when you're in possession as well, yeah, I mean, I think it is deserved. I think if you're looking at the way in regards to chances, City have had the better ones. But they're punished Brighton as well for overplaying.
And they're coming forward once more as we enter 2 minutes of added time.
But they're punished Brighton as well for overplaying.
Back line, not quite at full fitness. Well, this has paid off. They've got through to half-time, Brighton. Now, Lisette Maria
Got another couple of gears to go to get to the level that we know that they can play at, but they're going in the happier team because
they are winning at half-time at Brighton by 2-0. Yeah, Torres Dos here, and that's a lot of experience, Gilly, to have lost. I mean, Lee Mungwen as well, an experienced player, but you played with Wahabi. Hemp, nice turn. Decent try. Very decent.
It is a great effort. It's good little patient, but she just spins Mengwen. She curls, you can see what she's trying to do. She's trying to curl it into the far corner, but the post saves Brighton. No, there's no Manchester City player able to pick up the rebound.
Manchester City still come. Here is Jess Park, nice footwork. In the end, a run of 5 in a row. When it comes to goal difference, looking to keep that back line tight. Greenwood. Hasegawa.
Hallberg was striking into it. Lauren Hemp had to track back, otherwise she was through.
Beautifully done by Hasegawa. And Manchester City are on the hunt for a 3rd goal. Here is Coombs. Fowler to the left. Poor delivery.
Last few passes have just fell short of where they needed to go.
Hasegawa looking for Shaw. Lead away by Kuhlberg, and Pinto will help it on. It's the time of the game where Brighton have to go for it, Gilly.
Yeah, and I think with Liga Min, she's gone down central. Turland's gone out to the right. And I think with Liga Min, she's very direct. You know, she likes to press you. She likes to be all over you. Don't let you have the time and the space.
Here is him. He's everywhere at the moment. Left wing, right. Play their way out of trouble. Casper Rai. Shaw in a foot race with Carabali, and Shaw's got there first. And Shaw's past Carabali, who pulls her back right on the edge of the area. Yellow card is out. Yellow card for Yorelin Carabali. She has just about got away.
All in behind from Manchester City. She's got the beating of her. But what Shaw does really well is she stays around Carabali. She tries to fill her, you know. She wants her to get that contact. But it's just
for Manchester City. Greenwood goes for goal, beaten away by Bagley. On the follow-up is Hemp, blocked and cleared. And Brighton survive and are off on the counter. Here goes Robinson, roared on by the home crowd. Hasegawa with her, Robinson still with it. And in the end, Wahabi getting back, does it. Pushing as a front 3 when they can. Turner now closing down Alexandri, but Manchester City have played around it. Hasegawa, Fowler, saw the runner Park. Locked away, City have taken the corner short. Hasegawa will send it in, and the header is in! 3rd goal for Manchester City. And that will be the 3 points for Manchester City. Bunny Shaw rising. And Manchester City.
I think you can tell by the way the game's going, it was waiting to happen. Again, Brighton far too slow to come and close that ball down. Can't allow a player like Yui Hasegawa to get the ball there and have the time and space to pick out Shaw. Does really well with the header. But as soon as that ball goes into the box, you need to be steaming out there to put the pressure on. Don't allow her to hit the ball in there. Shaw does really well to climb up and head it in.
16 have come in the WSL in just 15 games. She extends her lead in the Golden Boot race ahead of Lauren James. Manchester City are focused on. And after Chelsea's victory on Friday night against Arsenal, after the disappointment of those cup exits, they're responding here. But can Brighton respond to that third City goal? Turlin's delivery blocked by
You know, being a bit more direct, skipping out. But yeah, I think for United, if they miss out on it, it'll be a bit of a blow for them because they wanted it so much, you know, to get into the top four. It's all about getting into the top three, getting Champions League.
Here come Manchester City. Fowler, it's behind. Sure, it's Coombs. It's 4. And she does have her goal. Swept home to underscore. Leaders Chelsea.
I did say, though, it was a matter of time for Laura Coombs. You know, she's been able to pick that spot throughout the whole of this game on the edge of the box. Right, no Brighton player's got a clue where she is at all. Completely all of them just ball watching there. She's able to just get the ball, passes it into the back of the net, but that's been coming for Laura Coombs because she's done that throughout the whole of this game. And she's
Positioned, finding the clinical finish as well. And it is her last. Puts Keating under a bit of pressure. Brighton with the change as well. We'll run through those in a moment, but Brighton looking to at least get on the score sheet. Be a tricky Sarri. So there is the double change for Manchester City. Laura Bling. Lovely ball over the top. Turlin's drawing the save from Keating, and once more, actually was in the first half, also denied by the flag.
Yeah, straight away then I just said, what a ball. I mean, it's tight. It is very tight there. I think it might have been her right knee. Team, with the exception of Chloe Kelly coming in, would probably be the team that will play against Manchester United. It's also, though, a great opportunity for these players, Morgan, Mace, you know, have not been playing a lot, to be able to get minutes. Because that's what you want as a player. Kennedy as well.
Confirmation of those changes. Then Morgan, Kennedy and Mace on for Casper Wright, Alexandria and Hasegawa. Here is Fowler. Chloe Kelly. Hulberg does enough to hold her up, just. Good defending by Beatrice Sarri. Here is Shaw. Turns away from Grace McEwen, who brings her down there, the 16-year-old.
Against Khadija Shaw, but you're making your WSL debut, you're 16 years, and come up against the best players, but here she just tries to get into the battle with her. Shaw does what she loves doing, and that's spinning centre-backs. Then she just brings her down. Shaw's done that really well today.
That's a way out, and they don't go for goal, Manchester City. Instead, Clark will play it to Fowler. His delivery. Sarri battling with Shaw. Shaw's come away with it. Sarri blocks it.
Is Lauren him.
Her role in this game is done. Lisa Simons takes this for Brighton. Turlin, Sarri. Oh, brilliant! Brighton do get a goal. Lee Gu-min's run causing all sorts of problems, but it will mean so much to this player. Off the bench again to cause the damage for Manchester City. And what a delicate finish it is.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking at Manchester City, it's come down that right-hand side for them, where they're
all of a sudden, Brighton believe.
Yeah, it's silly because Chloe Kelly switched off and Esme Morgan switched off down this right-hand side.
Now, the game's stretched. Clark will run it forwards, pulled back there by Simons, then challenged by Simons, but free kick given for the earlier pullback and the yellow card as well.
And Manchester City's right-hand side, where there's a lot of the substitutions have been made, but Park does well because she drives forward, then she cuts back a little bit to sort of draw Simmons.
Blocked on this result, this performance for Manchester City, and as we've said, goal difference could be so key, but the key thing was to respond to the disappointment of those 2 cup exits that ended their treble hopes, but their WSL title hopes are very much alive.
Good spells throughout the game.
Manchester City 4.
So a little bit of revenge for Manchester City after Brighton beat them back as well after going out of those 2 cup competitions for
100%, Sarah. I think they showed that they bounced back, you know, from 2 really disappointed exits out of the cup.
On the whole, it's the 3 points on the board, which is what they needed.
Yeah, and you got that sense, didn't you, even, you know, as the goals were ticking over, goal differences potentially going to come into it when we talk about this title race with Chelsea towards the end of the season. How disappointed do you think will Gareth Taylor be with conceding that goal late on?
I do think so. I think it's a shame, especially the way they played, to switch off, especially